to Trista because she's a wild one.
That's also true, and I love that Arielle, despite all the the credentials that she had and the success that she had, does not take the opponent for granted tonight. I took Arielle in 3.
I'm taking Arielle in 3.
Actually, I think I took her in 2.
I think you did. I know we had different things here, right?
Yeah, I think I took her in 2. Either way, final match of the night is underway for the first ever Reps Ahead Pro Tournament. Candice, 12 box jump overs, step down, 6 hanging squat snatch, 12 chest to bar pull-ups. We got Arielle Loewen on the right in the brown pants, Trista Smith on the left in the all black. And rep for rep here heading to the barbell for the first time. Andrew, we know the barbell can make a difference here. Ooh, Arielle almost losing that one behind her.
That would have been wicked.
Trista looking real fast on this first set of squat snatches.
She's doing the rebound, and I did not think that we would see that again after Tudor. That rebound is going to be helpful. But, I mean, this barbell, it's a little bit lighter. I think the females, they should have had a 115er.
And Trista loves the gymnastics movements. You got to see that for yourself at NorCal Classic. We saw that she was good with the exception of one round on the bar muscle, but she's told us that that's what she likes. That's where you can pull ahead in this. So if she ever gets the chance to, if Trista has an opportunity, it's going to be on the chest bar pull.
You say that like Arielle's some slouch on the bar, though, Brian. I don't know. I was looking at him, and while they're very different-looking athletes when they're doing those, we see a lot of Arielle's arms are a little bit narrower, and it almost looks like she's using her upper body a little bit more, and Trista's relying on that kip, which was very helpful in her NorCal victory. Gymnastics background.
You could not have said that any more beautifully there, Andrew.
Wow. I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth.
And absolutely, Arielle's not a slouch at anything in fitness. I'm just saying if Trista's going to find a way, capitalizing on her strength, which is the gymnastics movement on the pull-up bar, is where she can look for that glimmer of hope.
Hey, dude, this is where I talk about that assault bike sort of interval. They are running over to that bar, and they are just hammering out movements. Trista does not want to fall behind. There was some urgency getting over there.
No, we still got 45 seconds to go in this interval. And Arielle moves to the box. She's going to have a 2-rep advantage there as they get into the third set of box jump overs. Both athletes still moving pretty well. In fact, if anything, it looks like Trista's moving faster on this interval of box jump overs than Arielle.
Trista's wearing knee sleeves, and I wonder if she's doing that for any particular reason. She had the belt on yesterday, not doing that today, got the knee sleeves on today. I don't really think this is a common knee sleeving workout.
No, it would be interesting to find out. Oh, and a no rep. And she smiles.
Yeah, she loves it when she throws the bar in front of her. Dylan
10
told me
seconds
that.
to go.
All right, this is going to make it a little bit more interesting. We're going to have some zeros going into the field.
No rep for both. Zeros at the end of the first round. Completely different than anything we've seen up to this point tonight.
I love it when different stuff happens. I hate nothing more than the exact same thing round over round. It's why this is such a crazy format to watch. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. Danielle Robbins in the corner there talking with Trista Smith.
Who's Danielle Robbins?
Remember he talks about her manager, agent, coach combo?
It's like Mr. Rogers almost. It's a very similar name.
Arielle sitting there on the side by herself with her thoughts.
Don't worry, Dylan is always here whispering in her ear sweet nothings.
She's probably channeling exactly what Dylan would be saying to
her. You got this, babe. Come on. That's exactly. I asked her earlier. That's what she says. She needs it from him.
Yeah, she's looking into the audience. What's she looking at up there?
I don't know. Her mom's here. Her daughter's here. Maybe one of those two.
10 seconds to go.
What do you think Robbins is saying to Trista? You got her right where you want her.
Yeah, he's got to be saying that. And getting a little cue there from him as well, the reminder that they're starting with the box jump over, so she doesn't need to be up on the riser. Second round of Candice. They were at zeros on the clock after round one. They start back at the top here. They got through 2 full rounds of the sequence, plus the box jump overs and some hang squat snatches, but they both ended up missing a couple reps, at least 1 rep there on the barbell. So we know the fatigue was setting in at the end of round 1. Let's see who recovers best getting into round 2 here.
If you would have asked me before this, I would not think that I would have seen the failed squat snatches like we had just seen.
No, a little bit surprising, but I guess maybe when they're both going for that rebounding technique, it just leaves a little bit of room for error on the precision.
We do talk about you have a workout, 3 runs for time, 10-minute AMRAPs, your conventional CrossFit-style workouts, and they are pushing it. And I bet that they don't generally do snatches like that with that rebounding technique.
Still rep for rep here as we approach the 1 minute mark.
Arielle has brought her arms wider. Did you see that?
I didn't notice that.
They were narrower earlier. They're wider now. I wonder what she's doing that for.
Yeah. And, I mean, look, what you said about the chest bar pull-up is interesting because you can make it a little bit more upper body dependent. You can obviously lean into the kip and the hip more.
This is fantastic. They are just duking it out at the moment.
Yeah, both of them slowing the cadence down, not really stopping it all, but just a little half-second breath every time they step on the box. And look at this. Oh.
And you know what's awesome about that tie? Phil goes, hey, it's whoever's further ahead on the competition floor. You wouldn't have been able to call it there because they were step for step.
No, 1 minute to go in the interval and still nothing between them. It's about a half-rep advantage for Trista.
At the same time.
Yeah, this is wild. It's almost like mirror image.
Hey, guys, this ain't a team competition. You can go at your own pace.
And Trista right
with a failed
does
rep.
not secure their...
Arielle almost dumps it, too. That was a little scary. All right, Trista, you're going to want to get over there.
And Arielle will definitely know from watching tonight that this is the window of opportunity. If not to get the knockout, to build a lead that's going to be tough to recover from.
This is something else. Good call by the judge right there, making her bring her feet together.
25 seconds to
Trista's
go
going to
in
need
the
to get up. Did she get it? No. Oh,
no.
Trista with it. And
Trista comes off the
you're
bar.
going to want to go, girl.
Trista comes off the bar. 14's on the clock. Arielle in 2. Woo! 2:17 knockout for Arielle Loewen. Regardless of the result, I am so impressed with Trista Smith.
I am as well. Look at her sitting over in that chair. That's for you, homie.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. I'm sorry for the heavy breathing.
That's all right.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
You're a little tired?
I'm not going to lie. After round 1, I was like, I cannot sustain this. Going into the first round of round 2, I was like, literally, can I do these 6 unbroken hang squat snatches? And then thank goodness, like if it was 3 rounds, I would have pulled a tutor, 100%.
Pulled a tutor.
Oh,
In the most polite way.
Do you, when you're feeling that way, do you think to yourself she has to be feeling like this also?
Brian, you literally, in my head, because starting round 2, I was like, man, if I am this winded, she has to be too. But I would not have gone that hot. But I saw the other matches. You can't afford 10 seconds on this.
It ended up coming down to 1 missed squat snatch, and it went from a dead zeros, and 40 seconds later you won.
I know. And I was like, just get on the bar for the chest to bars, and I almost broke the chest to bars. But I saw her miss a snatch and was like, if I just push through this, I can be done and lay on the floor.
Earlier today, you were telling us how you were kind of afraid that she was going to come out hot and you were going to have to keep up with her, and that's exactly how it played out.
What happened.
It was that worst nightmare. Didn't you have a nightmare you said about that?
And I hate sprints and I hate coming out hot, and she forced me to. And I was like, man, there goes all my strategy. Now it's from rep 1, keep up with Trista. And I'm the type of athlete that likes to be like, stay in your lane, you're fine, stay in control. There was no control.
You've competed against some young up-and-coming women in the sport before. I mean, your breakout performance really on the big stage was at the Granite Games against Mallory O'Brien and Emma Carey. Trista Smith is more or less the same age as those women, and she's now coming into the scene. After facing her tonight, watching her last night, what do you think about the potential for Trista Smith moving forward?
I mean, look at what she did to me. Can't even talk.
Yeah, this is totally different than you were yesterday.
Than yesterday, because yesterday I set the pace. Today, Trista was in control the whole time, and I just capitalized on it at the right time, thank goodness. But if we had to go for 3 to 4 rounds, it would have kicked my butt. So it's cool to see she took a chance, and she was the offense, I was the defense. And I felt like she had the control the whole time.
So you had the experience of both, kind of setting the pace and matching the pace over 2.
Yeah, and what's cool is normally in a situation like this, I'm competing against Tia. And if Tia goes out hot, I'm like, I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. I know I'm not a Tia. But in this setting, it's like, okay, I have one goal, and it's to beat the person next to me. Stay with her, stay with her, stay with her. Which usually it's like, I'm okay. I'm in control.
It's crazy you say, Tia, because before the show, I was telling Brian how there's only one person I think that could beat you in this format. I'm just over here guessing.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot.
Of course you do, because you're Arielle.
I do.
That's the sort of thing you would say. And the sort of thing I would say is no one's beating her other than maybe Tia.
First person comes to mind, Dylan Loewen. I'm just kidding.
I was so excited for what you were going to say.
What?
I was curious if she was going to say the name that I threw out there.
Oh.
Let me think. In this workout?
Just in the reps head format in general. Obviously, the workout could make a difference, but
I think a Jamie Simmons would kill it. this workout.
It's a good call as well,
specifically.
Jamie. Yeah.
What about it? Or maybe someone like Kristen Holta, some of these kind of.
Oh, yeah. The queen of speed.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking North America.
Hey, I'm seeing you move that microphone up and down. And yesterday, you seemed cool, calm, collected. On a scale from 1 to 10, how heavy are you breathing relative
I hit
to
a
like
10.
your heaviest? You're a 10?
If you roll back the footage, I finished and laid on the floor.
Is that not common for you?
In the home gym, yes. But usually competition setting, I stay in my lane, stay in control. Today there were no breaks.
Show no weakness.
Yeah, and then people don't want to hear my heavy breathing, so
Is that? I mean, in a competition setting, usually you have several workouts and days of competition to manage. So going to that place can have residual effect. Here, you only have one opponent to meet. You only have one match today. Is that kind of give you a little incentive to say it's okay to do that?
yeah, it makes it a little bit more pressure, which I don't always love. So the thought I had after round 1 was, man, I'm out of breath, I'm fatigued, everything hurts, but everything is on the line in these next 2 rounds. There's no event 3, there's no event 4. Like, lean into it because this is all you got.
You know, before James sat down, Brian and I were talking about how in his match it was like 4 minutes for $5,000. And it was similar for yours. It was about 4 minutes, and you guys are making better than doctor money. And it's almost like, hey, why would you not?
Don't tell my tax people that.
Huh? No, I would never. And they don't watch this stream. No. Right, guys? No one's watching the stream. Is that like a heavily weighing thing in your head when you come out to an event like this?
Usually when I go into a competition, I don't even know what the prize purse is. So I will say I knew what this was because I booked a flight and came out here. But the thought going through my head is more disappointment of, like, I know exactly when in the workout I quit and got passed. And that's stuff that's harder to live with than money comes and goes. And I'm not the breadwinner of my family, so it's okay.
Hey, Dylan, is that true? I know he's watching
You've been doing okay.
Yeah, I've been doing good this year.
Yeah,
and last year.
no.
Yeah. Don't tell my tax person.
You are, based on the performances you've had, you're amongst the best athletes in the world in the women's division right now. And you took a chance and came out here and did this. Is it something that you would do again?
Absolutely. And I like this format because as an athlete, my weakness is sprint style. Like explosion. Under the 6-minute time domain, I'm not going to do great in ever at the games. So this pushes me outside of my comfort zone and really makes me do something I hate. I hate sprints. I hate coming out hot. And I had to today.
It didn't look like you sucked at it. It didn't look like it was a weakness of yours.
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking on the 3rd round, in round 1, my box jump overs felt so slow. And I was like, I bet they're just commentating on, look at Arielle. She slowed down. Can she hold this pace?
No, I thought your greatest fear was coming to life. Oh, here she goes. You got to keep up with her.
No.
And I mean, last question about this workout tonight, I think, but the squat snatches did look a little bit shaky at times. Do you think that had any, what could you attribute that to?
It's attributed to focusing on Trista. I wasn't in my lane. I wasn't focusing on doing them perfect how I do them. It was, okay, Trista's on 3 reps. I need to get to 4. She's on 5 reps. So I was just constantly, she was in my head rent-free.
I said one thing about that's probably not how you typically do your snatches, right? That rebounding style. And is it kind of one of those things where you see her doing it and maybe even the event itself forces you into doing something not general for you?
So my plan all along, Joelle has a video. Shout out Joelle. I practiced them with the bounce, and they were phenomenal. And I was like, okay, in warm-up, I'm not going to do the bounce. Just in case she does the hang, then I'll go out there, bounce, and get a rep ahead. But she did the same thing as me, so it didn't matter. But I was surprised to fail a squat snatch at 105.
I think we all were.
Yeah, and that's when I knew. You know that meme that's like, I'm in danger?
I thought you were going to say another man. That's when he knew that he had.
That too.
It's there's always this kind of mentality thing in sport. Sometimes you're the underdog, sometimes you're the favorite. You came here as the clear favorite. Were you feeling any of that either yesterday or today?
No. I'm confident in what I can do based off my performance at Rogue. So I came in with confidence, but I never want to underestimate my opponents. I knew for a fact, worst case and best case scenario, I would go head to head with Trista, and I knew she would come out hot, and I didn't want to. So I went into this knowing he's going to get uncomfortable really fast and just keep hanging on.
You got anything else for her, Andrew?
we were eating breakfast with Arielle earlier this morning, and Alexis was saying something along the lines of, yeah, Arielle looks great. The lighting was amazing for her. And then she immediately was like, oh, my God, I offended her because your follow-up statement was, well, I was in shape for Rogue. And Alexis was like, oh, no, I insulted her. Were you insulted at all by that comment
No,
by Alexis?
I think it's hilarious because not that she says things stupid, but I feel like I'm notorious for saying stuff and not really realizing how it can be perceived by the person in front of me whenever I mean it in good intention.
She said it later in confidence, and she doesn't know I'm telling you this right now.
No, you're fine. But I was like, I get it. Part of our work on social media is lighting. So I was like, I understand that's a factor in looking
You did look
good.
damn good.
What about tonight? Yeah, no.
I think it was the lane, dude.
You think?
Yeah, Trista had the good lane.
Dang it.
The good lighting
I'm
lane.
kidding, dude. You look great. But I got you.
You did get me. I was like, dang it, all of that for not looking good.
Well, Arielle, you came to Colorado for the first ever pro tournament, and you're walking away the champion. Congratulations on 2 amazing performances.
Thanks.
You can go breathe as much as you want now.
I know, guys. R.I.P. my lungs.
Okay.
I need to get Trista. I want to hear her thoughts. That killed me.
You look good. Even sitting here trying to breathe. Daughter's right behind you.
Well, I'm just like, she can hold on to that. She's good.
All right, we're going to get Andrew back on for a second. We'll wrap things up here.
We're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll just get closing thoughts from you and me, and then we'll call it a day.
My closing thoughts, and I'd be curious. For the longest time in the CrossFit space, I've always heard there needs to be more opportunities for the athletes, and I'm excited.